Christy Kern, weekdays on News 4 at 4.
And the clock is ticking. College is right around the corner for some high school seniors. We talked to an expert on how to make sure you're ready for the next step.
From the station with the most local news, this is News 4 at 4.
Well, it is that time of year. A lot of high school seniors have already applied to colleges, and now we're waiting to hear back if they applied under regular decision. It's an important and sometimes stressful time for students and parents. So we're breaking down everything you need to know about the college admissions process. I talked to the founder of C2 Education, David Kim, earlier about everything from what you should be doing now to getting accepted and choosing the right college. David, it can obviously be stressful for students to be in the waiting phase. Is there anything they can do now if they already applied to colleges but are waiting to hear back?
You know, if there are a few compelling things that will change an admissions officer's mind, they can absolutely submit those as supplementary material. So if they won some award, whether it's in sports or music, if they retook a standardized test and scored really well, that information always helps with the admissions process and can have them revisit their application.
I know you said most students can expect to hear back from colleges about whether they were accepted by the first week of April. What's your advice for students to pick the best option for them if they end up being accepted to a few schools?
So definitely visiting campus, talking to students who actually attend that particular college is very important. So the other thing that happens is that a student will see how beautiful the dorms are, or they'll see how good looking the boys and girls are at the school, and will make a rash decision based on that, as opposed to really digging deeper and talking to students who are attending classes, who've gone through a year or two at that particular college and get their viewpoint. I think is always more telling than just kind of taking a superficial look at the university. You do see some of these admissions officers pressuring students to hurry up and make a deposit for their particular college within a pretty quick turnaround time. So a lot of these colleges now are giving someone 2 to 4 weeks, to make that decision. Parents can always push back. They shouldn't feel overly stressed, with some of these tactics, and they should really make the right decision for their child at the end of the day.
What if a student is not accepted into any of the colleges they applied to?
If you get deferred from the wait list, you can definitely, after the fact, submit some additional information and make your case at those particular schools. And there's always, a few schools that still have, a rolling admissions deadline for some of the colleges. If a student didn't get into any of the colleges that they applied to, then they'll have to kind of look at, what are some alternative means of going to an interim university and then possibly doing a transfer.
For parents who have younger students at home who are not seniors, what's your advice for them? How soon should students start preparing for the college application process?
If you're an 8th grader today, you really need to think about carefully what courses you're going to be signing up for, what extracurriculars you really want to get involved in, and how are you going to really manage your time, in your freshman, sophomore, and junior years.
Well, we also talked to him as far as resources for which top college list is best to use. And Kim suggests looking at rankings from the U.S. News and World Report college list. And also his company, C2, offers webinars on their website. Parents can talk to admissions counselors and staff members to hear about their experience directly at certain colleges.